here. I'm very excited and feel very good about myself because...
Okay, she feels very good about herself with the full Puta lipstick on display in the kitchen. Why you have that on and you're going nowhere, I don't know.
I feel like a domestic goddess today. I cleaned my entire kitchen, which I will admit has taken a little bit of a nosedive cleanliness-wise.
How does your kitchen take a nosedive cleanliness ways, I guess you could say, when your kitchen's probably about 10 by 10 feet? So how is that possible for it to be filthy? Oh, I forgot. I digress. It's you, Chantal. That's why it's filthy. And no, you're not a domestic goddess. And if you think you are a domestic goddess just by cleaning your 10 by 10 kitchen, wow, that's sad.
Since I had a bad sciatica flare-up, and it was just, I was hardly able to move at one point. So,
why? Because you're dragging your leg?
I'm kind of stubborn and was teetering on having a maid for a while, or like a cleaner, but we never did end up getting one, and I just cleaned everything.
Chantal strikes me as that type of privileged person that she would call her maid the help and not show any type of respect for that person whatsoever.
Myself, I clean the oven, the stove, my appliances, air fryer, all the dishes are done, the pots, the
you
floors
get gold
washed,
stars.
And I'm, a chicken. I have a roast chicken in the oven, and I'm going to be making some. And I'll show you how I season my chicken and everything in a minute.
No thanks.
But I'm going to be making some cheesy cauliflower soup. So,
of course,
I've been wanting to make this for a while. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking. All right, because I'm kind of challenging myself. You've seen grocery hauls where we've gotten hundreds of dollars worth of food.
What the hell is that face?
And I don't want it to go to waste. Luckily, mashallah, a lot of it is still actually really good. So we have a lot of things I can cook with. So I'm going to be challenging myself to not...
Wait a minute. The fact that she said, luckily, some of it's still good, which kind of proves that they do these large grocery hauls and a majority of the produce and whatnot goes in the garbage because she keeps eating crap takeout food. Way to go, wasting food, Chantal.
Order out, not order groceries until I really need to, all right? So I'm going to use everything I have here, and it's going to be fun because it's going to kind of be like a challenge.
It's going to be fun.
And maybe you guys can do it too at home. A lot of the times we look at...
I cook almost every day. There might be an exception when I don't cook. If I'm coming home late from a business appointment or a client, and then I, might get some takeout or something like that. Never McDonald's. We're not a McDonald's household like that. Yeah, so that this is a challenge for you, Chantal, does not make you a domestic goddess.
The cupboards when we're hungry and we say, I have no food. No, we have a lot of food. We just don't feel like eating it. So I'm going to try to take things that we have in the cupboards and in the freezer and the fridge already. And it's not a terrible...
It's really creepy. The way she's talking right now is giving me Amy's life journey vibes, like that weird, creepy, false, happy vibe, like almost like a serial killer creepiness. Ew, Chantal.
Amount, but we're gonna see what we can do. Okay, we're gonna try to make delicious little meals out of it, and I think also not ordering out for me for a while will also be a healthy move. So there's that motivation behind it as well. I say domestic goddess because I've always wanted to be one. I've never been somebody who's enjoyed taking care of my home, I mean, I love my home when it's clean and you feel accomplished taking care of your things, you know?
Okay, you love your home when it's clean. How filthy, let's just say Salah Glitter Tits Poop Robot Boy is living in this two bedroom apartment. How filthy can said apartment get with just two people? And another thing, your problem, you've always wanted to be a domestic goddess. That's your problem, is like you have this fantasy illusion of what being a housewife is, and you think it's this, and it's not.
And I've just never been one to really enjoy doing that. So
how can you be a housewife?
I feel really positive and really happy today that I did those things. And I know some people, you know, have to juggle working full time, have to juggle like 2.5 kids and still maintain their home and feed their family. And honestly, if you're one of those people, pat yourself on the back, because that is very difficult for a lot of people. And I'm one of those.
I don't need any pats on the back. Having healthy, joyful kids, a happy husband, that's all I need, and a clean house. That's all I need. I don't need pats on the back.
People, I couldn't even imagine if I had to do all of those things, you know? So just taking care of my home right now is a big thing.
Then, if since you said that, Chantal, let me just say this. Why don't you show some of us some respect, the ones that you call grandmas and old ladies and all that? Because the majority of us, yes, we've had careers or have careers. We have husbands. We have children. Some of us have grandchildren. We've done it all. You need to show us some respect instead of showing your jealousy towards us, because we all know you want the life that we have and you'll never have it.
For me, especially with how I'm feeling. So, but I'm getting better at it, and I'm slowly feeling better, and so I'm excited. So I want to have I have some cheese that's probably some cheddar cheese that's
probably
going to go bad soon. And I do also have a cauliflower that's going to be bad soon as well. And some carrots. So
yay,
all this food
let's
I'm
cook
using
some
is going to be bad
spoiled
soon, and I want to use
veggies.
it. So I thought, what better way, you know, if you have a bunch of leftover vegetables, if you have a bunch of leftovers in general in the fridge, throw it all in a casserole or a stew or a soup or something like that. So for this, I'm going to be making
moldy.
a soup. Now, I'm going to be doing it my way in particular, because there's so many different recipes out there, right? So
my way. I wonder where she got that from. Skeletor?
this is going to be very simple. I'm not going to be using flour. I don't feel like making a roux to make it thicker. I think blending the vegetables will make
typically
the soup
you don't do
thicker.
that for a
so, yeah, yalla, let's
creamed
start,
vegetable
right?
soup. Why is she Silkwood showering her freaking vegetables in the sink? And I don't know, maybe this shows my age. Everybody look up Silkwood shower on YouTube and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Who washes vegetables like this? Are you kidding?
All right, so here's how I prepared my chicken for roasting. Okay,
first of all, what are you seasoning your chicken with? And this, can we trim the fat off the chicken? Jesus. Good Lord.
Make a rub with olive oil, Worcester sauce, 7
Who's
spices,
your sister sauce?
onion and garlic powder, black pepper, and some sea salt. And then I bake it in the oven. While the chicken's cooking, I prepare some basmati rice by soaking it in some water.
Why are you soaking your rice?
Just wanted to show you my clean kitchen a little bit.
I'm sorry. I don't soak my rice. I sometimes I rinse it, sometimes I don't. I really don't care. I don't have a rice cooker. My husband has a rice cooker. I don't like to use it. I just cook it in a pot and I use my fingers for measurement, and that's good enough for me.
Added new foil to the elements, which helps keep them
If
clean
you know how to
underneath.
cook, you don't really need to use fancy
My
appliances.
floor is clean. That was kind of painful with my sciatica, but it's not perfect and it's still drying, but you know, at least it's clean enough. And here we have my counter space I have to work with.
Let's pause and look at what's on the counter here. Okay. That's about it. Nothing exciting to see here.
I'm chopping things up. I leave a little crack of my window open and the fan on. Yeah, this is my space.
I mean, honestly, it seems like a prison kitchen setup to me.
Let me get a pot. I have these nice stainless steel pots my husband bought for me a little while back. When he heard
exciting!
He bought you some excited pots. About that. So I have two carrots.
They're carrots, Chantal.
And I did wash them.
The diabetes is affecting me.
I'm just going to cut.
Oh my lord, the knife skills. Gonna cut yourself.
However way
oh my goodness.
You struggle with it is the best way. There we go. Came up pretty easy. Just take a knife and go underneath.
So I see our girly pop here is resumed her favorite stance in the kitchen, which is sitting.
Kinda. Got a little garbage bag here. Okay.
I believe that not the broccoli, the cauliflower has mold on it. That's what it looks like to me. Moldy. That shit is moldy, Chantal.
I'm just gonna cut some of the brown parts off. Okay, so let's start here.
Is this the first time you are cutting up a cauliflower head? I don't know why I keep saying broccoli. I got broccoli on the brain.
No.
What? You know what's really good to do with broccoli? Is chop, like slice it. So it's like big slices of cauliflower, not broccoli, and dip it in some egg wash and some seasoned breadcrumbs. Put it in the air fryer. It's yummy.
Last bit of usable cauliflower.
Or the oven.
There you go. So I'm just going to add some water. Barely covering.
And also, since I mentioned the air fryer, we do have an air fryer. That's one tool I do recommend, especially if you have health issues or especially a diabetic in the family. It's a great tool for them to have food with that crunchy fried texture without actually frying it. So I really, really highly suggest to get one.
Cauliflower and carrots. And we're going to let that come to a boil.
Oh, just stick those fingers in there.
On like medium heat. Let it boil down. Let the vegetables cook till they're tender, fork tender, and then we're going to go on from there. Now, and I'll be back for step 2 of the soup when the vegetables are cooked. By the way, I forgot to add some chicken bouillon cubes. Do that now.
You know, is this a thing? I see her and Skeletor and some other cooking channels do this. Is they use a lot of bouillon or like chicken, beef, veggie flavoring. I don't know. When I was growing up, that's not how I was taught to cook. To use that stuff. Is that just a new way of cooking? I don't know.
Veggies are boiling down nicely.
Because, I mean, with the chicken bouillon, you really don't know what's in the bouillon. So, I don't know. I don't use it.
So 2 stock cubes.
So didn't you just put that in with the chicken bouillon?
Veggies are still firm, so we'll let them cook. It's gonna be dirty, I know.
Why?
I always get dirty when I'm cooking.
Because you're filthy.
There we go. All right,
Chantal, you're getting to the point because you're so large and you're wearing that maternity shirt that you're going to be like that scene from, what's that movie with Robin Williams where he plays the nanny, Mrs. Doubtfire. Remember when her boobs caught on fire and you're going to have to use the pan lids to knock that fire out on your udders? That's going to happen to you. That or one of your sleeves going to catch on fire. You're a walking fire hazard.
Alright guys, while that's, the milk is in the way, while that's still cooking, I'm going to make some pita chips for the soup.
Oh my God, you're going to make some pita chips for the soup? Why? I don't understand why you're talking in that baby creepy voice. It's weird. You're 40 years old. Just stop.
So, always freeze bread that's going to go bad because
really?
You can use it for things like croutons, pita chips.
I didn't know. Don't you know? I didn't know.
Bread I have. So I'm just going to go grab it and microwave it actually. It's frozen.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
I just put the whole...
So you threw the whole thing in there not knowing if that plastic was microwavable, and you're going to just microwave that with all the plastic toxins and whatever's in the wrapping. That's real nice, Chantal.
Back in there because it kind of steams it.
Lazy.
Baking dish. Like this. I'm short and everything is up here. Parchment paper.
Don't you have scissors in the kitchen?
Like my baking sheet, I swear. Okay. Perfect. Now,
you probably want to eat one of those, don't you, Chantal?
I'm just going to rip it in pieces like this.
Oh, no. Can't you get a knife and cut it? That's irritating.
Just little pieces.
That's a trigger for me, that ripping of that. I want it to look even, Chantal. Get a knife and cut it.
Put them in a bowl.
Nobody wants to eat that with your grubby fingers all over that. It's disgusting.
They're obviously delicious fried as well, but we're going to kind of oven fry them.
Oh my God. Nobody wants to eat that. And then you're going to put one that you touched back in that package. Oh
sometimes I throw a bit of bread to the pigeons that come on the windowsill.
Oh my Lord, she's harassing the pigeon community.
Okay.
Is there no animal safe? No insects safe in Kuwait?
And we're going to put a little bit of olive oil.
That's not a little bit. Jesus, that was like a half a cup.
And
I
don't know where the lid for my salt is.
It's probably under your fupa, like that Pringles can top.
This little fan, awesome for the kitchen.
Don't you have air conditioning?
And then we're just gonna shake them around like that, so they get nice and coated with oil. Okay.
Wait a minute. You're gonna put that in the oven like that?
Make sure they're spread.
Chantal, did you know that parchment paper can catch on fire in the oven? if it gets anywhere near the flame or the heating element in that oven. Oh my God.
A little bit.
She's gonna set that office apartment building on the fire.
I'm gonna let it get to temperature before I bake these, right? And I'll see you guys back when they're done. All right, let's see if this is finished.
And also, thank you for the porn music overlay in this video. I'm sure that's for the feeders while they're slapping their meat.
Evaporate because
watching you cook rotten vegetable soup.
I don't really measure when I cook. I should start so I can share my recipes with you guys, but so that'll evaporate on high heat, cook down a little bit.
Why don't you just drain the vegetables? Because all you're doing is absorbing that water. It's not evaporating, it's absorbing into the vegetables, and your soup will be disgusting.
Alright, I'm gonna turn the heat down.
Why are you so filthy? How is this possible?
So I'm gonna add some seasonings. I need to fill my spice jars. Garlic powder. Real onion and garlic work best.
Chantal, you showed us in a prior video that they have a fabulous, like, farmer's style market with exotic fruits, vegetables, whatever. Why not cook with any of that? We've seen the grocery hauls with the kilos and pounds of fruits and vegetables. Why don't you use those for seasonings? Not this dry, disgusting, unidentifiable seasonings.
I didn't have any. So
my God, the maternity shirt seems to be getting tight on her arms.
Black pepper.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Whole milk.
I'm saying hi to my dog, Lady. I call her Pretty Girl. Hi, Pretty Girl. She's in here. And I don't know if any of you have cane corso. They like to fart. And especially when she comes in at nighttime, she is a farting machine. You can hear her itching. She's right here. Hi, Pretty Girl. Hi, Pretty Girl. Yeah, that's my lady. Milk? What about the cream? Don't you buy gallons of cream, Chantal?
Give that a stir. Alright, so here we go.
God,
now I'm going to blend the vegetables.
That looks horrible.
Back.
Do you know how to use an emulsion blender, Chantal?
So that's what it looks like.
Oh my God.
Now I'm going to add the cheese.
That looks horrible. Cheese?
Some cheddar.
Cheddar? Why are you smelling it and looking at it? Wait a minute. What?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Why are you looking at the cheese and smelling it? Is it that old, Chantal? That is disgusting. And why would you add cheddar? One of the greasiest cheeses you can add to something. Why? That's disgusting. Oh, let's put some more in. Oh my God. Why not just dump the whole bag, Chantal?
I have the heat off right now.
Oh, more cheese. Oh my Lord. This is basically a cheese soup. It's anti-veggie soup. Oh my, just dump the whole bag already. Jesus.
Keep an eye on your pitas. I'm gonna turn the heat on a little bit.
Don't you have
Add a little bit
cream?
more milk.
Cream would be a lot tastier in this soup. This is going to be a watery, cheesy, disgusting soup. Or if anything, if you don't have cream, instead of using milk, my suggestion, Chantal, is to buy cans of evaporated milk because there's no water in there. And it would be, you would have a more creamier consistency in the soup versus just dumping regular milk in there.
I'm just gonna let the cheese melt.
That looks horrible. Why does all your food have that weird brown color?
All right, here's the pita chips.
And they look kind
Nice
of
and
greasy.
crunchy. Yum. Now, I didn't have to add any extra salt because the cheese and the bouillon is salty.
That looks horrible.
But you can salt it to your taste. All right, it's just
That
about
doesn't
done,
look
guys.
creamy at all. It looks
All
disgusting.
right, so it's finished. Let's serve it up and try a bite with. Oh.
What the hell was that?
Let's try that again. All right, let's serve this up. Smells amazing.
Why that pot looks kind of weird. Is that an actual like pot you're supposed to cook with? I swear that looks like the bowl for my KitchenAid mixer. Is that a mixing bowl that you're using as a pot, Chantal? I don't think you're supposed to cook with that, Chantal. And you're using a mixing bowl to serve yourself some soup in. I'm not surprised. Why not garnish it with some more cheese?
Here it is.
Oh my god.
All right, here it is. Cauliflower cheddar. And of course there's carrot in there. The pita chips. They're so crunchy. Oh. It's hot.
Is it really? I didn't know that, Chantal.
Very hot. So good. There you go. Right for you.
No, thank you. Where's your husband, Chantal? Why are you eating in the kitchen by yourself? You know, that reaction that she did right there, I don't think in my life, I'm 50 years old, I have ever had that reaction to food. Ever. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I find it odd.
Those pita chips.
Never I've had this reaction to food.
The carrot adds like a sweetness.
It's so weird.
So good. You guys, this was so simple.
What are you gonna do? Get third-degree burns to eat this monstrosity of a soup, Chantal?
And I had some.
And you're sweating like hell.
Oh. A pigeon just came and got some bread on my windowsill.
Harassing
So
the
delicious.
community. That's not sanitary. That's not sanitary, Chantal. You're in there eating soup, and it's the place where you cook meals, allegedly, and you're having pigeons flying in, getting treats from your window. Very unsanitary, but I'm not surprised.
You can even dip it. I'm telling you, homemade. I don't always have like the energy or the motivation, but
What do you mean? You don't always have the energy or motivation. What are you doing all day, Chantal? I don't understand it. I don't get it. If anything, I thought you were a domestic goddess. Shouldn't Salah Glitter Tits Poop Robot be your motivation to cook these disgusting meals? You should. That's your motivation.
So much better. I'm enjoying doing these videos for you guys and sharing my recipes with you. You can make something out of whatever you have in your pantry, your fridge, your freezer. Don't ever think that you have nothing, because you'd be surprised with what you can do. I had some vegetables that were gonna go bad, some cheese. You know, I had to use the milk and made a wonderful, comforting.
She made garbage can soup.
Cheddar cauliflower soup.
Comforting.
With pita chips. So, yeah.
Why do you need to be comforted so much, Chantal? Especially by
in my
food.
kitchen, nonetheless. You don't have to use a roux with flour and butter, because blending the vegetables makes it thick.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever used a roux. Let me think. For a vegetable soup. Maybe when I've made macaroni and cheese, or gratin, or gravy, maybe, but never for a soup, Chantal. You sound crazy.
But you can even blend a potato, like half a potato, with cook it with the cauliflower and the carrot.
Yes, you can.
And that will also thicken it a lot.
Because potatoes contain starch, so that's what causes the thickening. Get a clue.
I would advise letting it sit for a few minutes before you dig in like I did, but it's so good. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.
Well, I don't think a lot of people are going to be making that rotten vegetable soup, because that looked disgusting. And thank you, Chantal, once again for the porn music soundtrack, so all your feeders can slap their meat, slap, 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 to your video. So that's all for me, guys. So I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.